Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Discretion Podcast. I am the Toad 596, and I'm here with Corey.
Hey up.
And uh, and today we are going to talk a lot about Roblox and games that are made for kids, and their main demographic is children. And before we do that, we are going to say, as of right now, what kind of game that we're into to kind of get to know the host. So right now I'm really into like Minecraft Dungeons and Mario Odyssey as of that's why I'm streaming those two games. But Corey, what would you say your two are? Or like your
If anyone in the chat has been following my streams, you'll know that I'm super addicted to First Class Trouble, which is basically like Among Us, but 3D and sort of steampunky style. It's actually a lot of fun. And they actually have proximity chat as well, which is another brilliant thing.
I think I seen that. I think I seen you playing that and that looked like it was a lot of fun. So I just have never been able to make it to any of your streams because I always work during those times. But anyway, so today, like I said, the big part of what we want to talk about is going to be Roblox moderation slash safety for kids. Um, let's go based off of let's state personally, I don't think Roblox does good with moderation or kids safety. But I did look up. We do have to say and put out there that Roblox has a zero tolerance policy to sexually talking to minors and all of that inappropriate stuff that you shouldn't be doing at all, which is just kind of common sense. We do have to put that out there,
Yeah, we're
but
definitely biased to the accused option rather than the defense.
right, we're definitely as gamers, and I assume we are all gamers in the chat. If we are not gamers, you are now an honorary gamer because the problem is with our game. With the game, I don't necessarily play it, but it's with games that are like this and think it's just okay with just getting away with not taking moderation seriously or taking the neutral route on it. And Roblox tends to do that a lot. Games like Roblox, not all of them are directly pointed towards kids. Roblox is really the only one, as far as I've seen, that is so unbelievably pointed towards kids and neglects any kind of moderation to really like pedophiles and stuff like that. So yeah. There's other things that we are going to talk about on here. It's not just going to be the pedophile stuff. And when we get to that, we will put a disclosure not only in chat, but I will also say one um, for a trigger warning because I'm not going to go in detail, but there is a massive section of what I'm going to be talking about is about a case with a Roblox user under the name Dr. Rofatnik. So when that does happen, I will verbally say something and then we'll also put something in chat. But first, let's go on one of the more lighthearted ones. Roblox sued a YouTuber.
Yeah.
What was it, $1.6 million?
Yeah, it's not new news,
And
but like it's still insane how literally. I guess you could say it's a conglomerate because it's not necessarily just one game because they have so many games on it. But
right.
they're suing one person, 1.6 million, even though they probably make more than that in a day.
Oh yeah, by far. I mean, yeah, when it comes to how much money they make, I mean, they even have a black market. They have slots. Like there are slot streamers on Roblox who like the only thing they do when it comes to slots is Roblox, and it's ridiculous. And kids will watch that. And it's not like I am very much against the idea that kids should be playing slots or playing a game where they're dealing with like a black market or an auction house where you deal with millions and millions of dollars. Like I don't know if you ended up watching that video that I put in topics, but there was one of those that was like what $3 million where the kid just got it was like a GoFundMe thing and
I
he
don't
got
think
a
I
free
managed
item.
to. I don't think I managed to get to that one.
Oh, okay. But yeah, there was one kid was gifted just an item that was put at 1.3 or no, it was put at $3 million. And that was just ridiculous. He gave it away for in-game items. And that just shows that is like you could make your parents proud, and it was I do want to actually, before I just remember this, some of the things that we are going to be referencing, I'm going to give shout outs to the creators that I got the videos from, that I use as like uh ideas and things that I like were thinking up. One of them is
Sources of
People Make
information.
Games. Yeah, yes, yep. They give us a lot of information. So People Make Games, Penguin Zero, and Ruben Sim. Ruben Sim was the one who was sued $1.6 million. And some of the claims that they were making just sounded like they were in a Call of Duty Black Ops
Yeah.
live chat, and we're just saying random accusations like none of them made any sense at all. One of them was literally a joke that he made that when what I think it was what YouTube headquarters got like what was it, threatened to get shot up or whatever, and he was like, "Wait till that happens to Roblox." That was a joke. Like that is very clearly a joke. I don't know that I need to say that, but yeah, it's stupid shit like that. Like they were trying to sue him for one of their like marketing guys had a porn Twitter like connected to his actual Twitter, or a porn blog, that's what it was. Connected to his actual Twitter, and it was just pictures of him nude. And Roblox was saying that Ruben Sim was photoshopping those photos, and he wasn't, because those that's just actually he's just actually putting his dick and balls out there. Like he's just putting his entire body on Flash, and it was just it's ridiculous claims like that that make me just more and more think of Roblox as just a fucking joke. Like that entire company and their legal team was also a pile of shit. But from that, me and Corey actually looked up the popularity of Roblox after that entire situation. Now, Corey, can you take that one away?
Okay, so about 2019. Okay, this video came out about a year ago. So
Hmm.
2020, about 2021, 2020. But ever since 2019, they've had a very steady increase from 90 million active monthly users from 2019 till now, where it's over 200 million active users a month. Within that time, I looked at the trend graph. No dip was apparent either, so they can't even say it was a like
Defamation.
defamation, because it wasn't. In fact, he probably gave them more publicity, maybe put their name in the ground a little bit, but Roblox has already had their name in the ground quite a few times. Um,
Right.
but Ruben Sim didn't exactly influence like a mass audience to, I don't know, just stop playing the game, because a lot of his viewers aren't like the majority that play the game, because the majority that play the game are like very young audiences, aren't they? And he does
Right.
more, I wouldn't say adult stuff, but more
Mature.
mature, yeah, more mature
Yeah.
stuff on Roblox, which is, I would say it's quite a niche audience.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, like you said, there's such a small part of Roblox is actually that community that fully understands what's wrong with it. And I know I recently played one game. I think it was Doors. Which is that one's a really fun one. That one's actually really fun because I mean I will give credit when credit is due. Inner Roblox developers are pretty decent at making games not only for children but for everybody. But another thing I wanted to mention is how much money they take away. I can't remember the exact numbers, but Roblox I think takes a 30% cut from the games that people make. It's a 30% cut.
Yeah,
And
that's
or no,
that's
it was a
that's just
70. It was a 70. That's what it was.
yeah,
Uh,
that's absolutely immense though. Seen as, okay, yeah, they're the hosting site, but all they have to do is maintain the site, whereas all of the users have to put so many hours and effort into games and
Right.
create content updates to retain the audience in their games so that they can, well, live, because some of them live off of this stuff.
Oh yeah, and it's weird to. I mean, I wouldn't judge somebody if they said, "Oh, I live off of my Roblox developer paycheck," but it would still be really weird. Um,
Well, because it just sounds so strange, doesn't it? It's like you make money off of a kid's game. You know, it's just
right.
that's sort of the first thought that comes into your head when you hear someone say that. But
Yeah.
and then you have other people who go, "Wait, you can make money off of this game?"
Yeah, it's crazy too cuz their black market that I was referring to earlier, they take a third that's where they take the 30% pay cut. Um
Mm.
is for each purchase that you make, Roblox gets 30% of that. So if somebody does sell something for like $3 million, Roblox gets 30% of $3 million, which is still a decent amount of money. Like, I mean, the person who's getting the money is still getting like the lion's share of that, but it's still like I don't see why that is what industry standard is, because that one apparently is also pretty standard, because I think Apple does that. Apple takes like a 30% pay cut from stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
a lot of places, like a lot of stores. Let's say you're selling. Oh yeah, tech's a good example. They will. You get your hourly rate, which will be
mhm.
quite low anyway. Um, but you also get commission from selling products. For example, my friend works at a gym, and for every membership he sells, he gets commission for it. And that's essentially what um well Roblox are doing. They've provided the platform, and for every game that's put on their platform, they have the promotion. People have to find it, and they're basically getting commission for providing people with this game.
Right. So yeah. Anyway, so we are going to get into we've kind of taken all of the content juice out of that topic there. So what we're going to get into is the part that I was referring to. If there are people who are very sensitive and take offense to a lot of really messed up stuff, we're not going to go into very big detail, but we are going to talk about this topic. Um so yeah, it's not fun. Um, do you want to put the message out, or do you want me to?
Which message out?
Into hold on. I'll just do it. Uh,
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of messed up stuff going on Roblox and a lot of other platforms as well, but the one that has been brought to light probably the most is definitely Roblox because um their moderation, well, a lot of Roblox moderation isn't actually hired by Roblox because on the games they have their own moderators. And so the games will, it depends how big the game is, they'll um find people who are willing to be moderators, and then you have people who they'll hire as moderators as well.
oh, I tweeted at Twitter one time, saying that I would be one of their moderators. I was like, if you need a moderator, just ask me. And like tweeted my resume of why I would be a good moderator. They never responded, and I think it ended up getting taken down because I don't have it anymore. I don't know why. But anyway, so I put that in the chat. So the person that we're going to be talking about is Arnold how do I say his last name? Castarello, Castello, Arnold Castello, or Dr. Rofatnik, as he's known on his original account was known on Roblox. But he right now is facing 2 life sentences, and yeah, he was inappropriately talking to people in his Discord, and he was developing a Sonic game in Roblox, which did end up getting taken down, but not by Roblox. it did not get taken down by Roblox because of his inappropriately talking to minors. It got taken down by Sega because he was using the Sonic name. And so I feel like that is the most fucked up. Like, that's not the most fucked up part, but that's crazy. This was
Okay,
like at the height of it. He had already made 2 videos pretty much admitting it and saying thank you guys for the publicity because they were calling him out on it. And then his games got really popular. So,
yeah. Well, another thing to take away from that as well is Sega came forward to get it taken down for copyright, whereas Roblox should have been like, okay, this person got a popular game made from something that's not his. Maybe we should have a look at that.
right.
But
No, yeah.
yeah, there's tons of stuff that's wrong with their moderation system at the moment, which they do need to tighten up on. You can't just add what age rating a game is, which is probably determined by the game publisher as well.
Oh, did I tell you that Roblox is I think I told you this like 2 days ago, but Roblox is starting to do a thing where you can start to cuss on Roblox as long as you can prove your age. And
How are you gonna?
that's
It's so
yeah, like
stupid because there's that then it depends how they do the system, whether photographic evidence, I don't know, sending in your passport or something proving that you're above a certain age. But
I
then
would
what
not trust
people,
Roblox with like my
I wouldn't
passport or
trust them
anything
with
like that.
that either. But what that could end up creating is a black market for uncensored accounts.
Oh, that is so true. Why the fuck didn't I think about that? Oh my
Because
gosh, I was gonna start up. What the fuck?
yeah, it depends how like strict everything is gonna be, because there could be
Also,
because
fake IDs. How do they tell fake IDs? Because in person, it's really easy.
no, yeah, there's so many like things wrong with that. Like, how are they going to prove
Assuming they
it?
go the ID
It it
route.
it also depends, because if they do use ID, and some people aren't comfortable saying in their ID, and people can create accounts and like let's say they have one account, the main one, and they create alt accounts and label them as alt accounts and have them through this mature filter, and then sell them
Right.
for like, I don't know, £5, £10, however much they want to sell them for. People will
Yeah.
get that because they're not comfortable sharing that information.
Right, and that'll start like another black market. And Roblox isn't gonna they're not gonna do anything about that. They're not gonna care. And the worst part about it is the lack of moderation. Because at the end of the day, what got Arnold arrested wasn't Roblox. It was the FBI doing their own research on it in Ruben Sims' video. That was what got him arrested. Roblox never, ever stepped in on this situation. And I think that is the worst part. I know this is kind of old news, but this is ridiculous. It did just get updated actually the other day. Um, the last, the date of last known filling, January 20th. So yesterday, they updated the case, and it doesn't say, I think I have to get a Pacer account to know, but it does not say whether it is he's been convicted or not. So I don't know. But anyway, so he was getting under fire about texting inappropriate messages to these minors. And so his response was a video of a bunch of other minors on his payroll defending him. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think a
Stupid.
way of defending myself for being a pervert is asking minors to say, "Oh, I'm a good boy." Like, that's not how that fucking works. Like, just because other minors say that you're good to them, or that maybe you say some fucked up shit, but he's just joking. It's just a real fatnik, boys. Like, you
Yeah,
know
if
real fatnik.
anything, if anything, it reinforces the him being a pedophile.
Right. Yeah, and these guys were on his payroll. It doesn't I don't know if they're able to like pull up the fact that they got paid more when they said that this stuff, or the fact that they just said it because obviously they were getting paid by this guy. But yeah. And then in that video he also calls the girl out and like victim blaming her. Like all of this fucked up shit at the end of the video. Apparently he was using a voice changer, but all it did was make his voice like significantly deeper because he apparently had like some kind of weird high pitched voice. and it was also trying to disguise his identity. Like it wasn't like grossly high pitched. I ended up listening to what it sounded like unfiltered, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't enough to where I would use one, but it was very clear that he was using some kind of voice changer because his voice was either it was really a bad microphone, which again I can understand, or it was just like he was using a voice changer. But
He probably did it to disguise who
yeah.
he really was, or tried to at least, because um, did you say he was like a content creator?
I think he made a YouTube video. I don't know if he was directly a content creator, but I know he got a lot of publicity from that video.
Yeah, so that
So
people could probably recognize the voice, couldn't they? So he didn't want to run that risk.
right. And there was enough exposure on that video because a lot of people, especially after this whole situation, he got a ton of exposure on his YouTube channel. So he might be able to get it monetized after he serves those 2 life sentences.
Yeah.
Um so anyway, um I mean, at the end of the day, the my least favorite part about it, and it's on the because he goes on his Twitter and he says, and it's not my least favorite, but it's also a big part that I really don't like. He goes, "Thanks for the publicity, boys. You guys are really big idiots or whatever." And that just emphasizes the fact. I don't know if we said this earlier, but I know we directly talked about this in a call like yesterday. Um, but it's any publicity is good publicity, and that is so fucked up. That is that should not be what it's what is like what's like that in this industry. It should not be the fact that any publicity is good publicity because there's what 7-8 billion people on this planet. So there's always a demographic for people no matter how bad of a person you are. There's
Yeah.
still people who like Kanye West. So like I don't know. It's a really fucked up situation. And the any exposure is good exposure. And at this point in the world, the only currency that matters is clout or exposure. Um, it just sucks. It really does.
Yeah, and you can get exposure for literally anything. Like, you can be one of the most like dumb. You could be like one of the dumbest people ever. Do something that's a little bit funny, or people find it a little bit funny, and then as long as you try and milk the hell out of that, you're probably going to be
Right.
set for life.
Excuse me. Yeah, like a
Like
lot of people were
Beetlejuice.
actually right. Oh my gosh, yeah.
That is the
A lot
perfect
of
example, though, isn't it?
are you talking about the play?
No, the guy Beetlejuice. Um, he went on someone's talk show, and they asked him a bunch of basic questions, and I can't
Hmm.
tell if he was joking or not, but he genuinely
No, I know what
answered.
you're
He
talking
was
about.
like, "Spell red," and he went Lster.
Yeah, I do remember that now. I forgot he was called Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was funny as fuck. But that is another evidence of like any publicity is good publicity. I'm trying to think of one other guy. Oh, Jake and Logan.
Oh,
Those two are
they just bounced off of each other, though, didn't they?
yeah. Those two are like massive pieces of evidence like for that claim. Like any publicity is good publicity, which it fucking sucks. Like it really does.
Yeah.
Um And this guy, at this point, when he was saying, thank you guys for the publicity, I'm making a shit ton of money thanks to you guys calling me out as a pervert, uh, he was still very much associated with Roblox and even had the word Roblox in his Twitter handle when he was saying this stuff. So it was sickening the fact that he's still able to identify with the company that makes him so much money, even though they're trying to take all of his accounts down. And one thing that I seen is his Discord was still associated with one of these alt accounts that because his real fatneck account got banned. Obviously, not obviously. I'm actually very surprised that they even did that. So his real fatneck account got banned, and then he had this alt which had his Discord, the Discord that he was grooming girls on. And Ruben Sim asked Roblox to take it out because it's his way of getting with underage women and our girls. And Roblox's excuse was he can just add it back. Now, if that's not just the biggest piece of shit in your hands ever, because it's like me not taking a shower because I'm just gonna get dirty again.
Well, yeah,
That what the fuck?
let's just like put this into a scenario. Okay, so like let's say I'm fucking I don't know Activision and I just hired you for something, right? And I'm gonna say that you've been like extremely racist while playing COD, right? And
Mhm.
people have reported you for all of that. We're gonna ban your account, aren't we? Because you can't have like extreme racism on there, can you? So
Right.
us, if we just go, okay, you know what? We're not even going to bother because you can just unban your account anyway. You can
Like
just
turn a
take
VPN
away
and
their
get it.
permissions. They're fired. Well, yeah, they lose their job. You take away their permissions, like all of their privilege on any of it, so they can't unban their account, and they're gone.
Right.
So they have nothing
Yep.
to. Yeah, they pretty much have nothing to use that wouldn't get flagged anyway if they created another account.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The the other thing, so one thing that I want to say is if Roblox, and my biggest problem is if Roblox actually did their job, this guy wouldn't have been able to pay an Uber driver to drive this 16-year-old girl or 15 or 16-year-old girl to his house, which was 200 miles away. This should not have been an issue. This is not something that is just okay that you're just able to wipe under the table. This is a situation that everybody knows about, which I'm very happy about. And it should, like, Roblox still has, I don't think I've tried to look up before the podcast, and look up information to see if Roblox ever made a statement on it, and I don't see anything. They never once talked about it. It was never come out. Like, they didn't say, "I'm sorry, we didn't do anything about it." They just ignored it, which is my least favorite part. Why the fuck won't you at least come out with a statement? It won't, no statement will be good enough, and I understand that, but any statement is better than no statement
Yeah, and you have to put
because at least you're acknowledging
people will
it.
respect you more if you address it rather than try and hide it and cover it up, because other people will let other people know what's happening, and if you're just trying to hide that, it's just going to get even more popular, isn't it? Because
Right.
it's like one person's found out this, so they expose that, and then they look and be like, oh, why haven't they exposed any of this? They're just trying to cover it up. That's a major issue. We're just going to distribute it even more. Like, for example, what we're doing.
Right. Yeah, we wouldn't be doing this. I mean, we still probably would be, but it wouldn't be as big of a deal if they. I wouldn't be going so hard at them if it wasn't like if it was taken care of. And the one thing, another point that I wanted to make was I also was looking up to see like more information on Arnold, and I could not remember his name for the life of me. So I was just trying to look up Roblox sexual offender. That would not show me Arnold because there were so many different cases. It would not show me one person. It showed me so many different cases. There was somebody named V who was female who did this stuff. So it's not only like guys on their server. It's not only like this stuff. It's all over the platform. Sorry. That was really gross. But it's ridiculous. Like this is supposed to be a platform that's aimed for kids and it's not safe for kids. It's not something that I would let my kid go on. And it's not something anybody should let their kid go on. I yeah, I know my mom like as I'm 18 or 19, she made a joke and said, "You're not allowed to go on Roblox." I'm like, "Mom, I'm not going to go on Roblox. You don't even have to ask." And it's not because you told me I couldn't. It's because I'm a big boy.
Yeah, we play stuff like COD and scream racial slur.
Right, right. No,
Yeah, that's going to be clipped
yeah.
and taken out of context.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, I think that is really all I have for Roblox. I do also want to give some mentions when it comes to games have not done great moderation or are making changes soon that are really stupid. I know Minecraft is doing some really stupid censorship stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like if you were on a third party, even if you were on a third party Minecraft server, if you said stuff like the R word or really any slur, you would get banned from that server. So that's a rumor that I heard. I don't know if that's actually going to be integrated into it, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Not saying that the R word should be said. I'm just saying what happens on third party servers should be stayed on third party
But yeah,
servers.
because it's
You
up
like
to them what they do with it, you
right.
know?
There's a reason why they're called third party.
Yeah.
You're only using your Minecraft as like a vessel. It's not on Minecraft to do something about these third party servers. And oh, one thing I wanted to mention about Roblox. I forgot to mention this. Why the fuck did they go after Ruben Sim when they clearly made a claim about like people were coming at them about these like sexual harassment charges and sexual assault charges. And they were like, we don't deal with things on third party servers or on third party platforms. Or it was off platform. That's what it was. They don't deal with stuff that's off platform. And then go at Ruben Sim on YouTube, who's a YouTuber, not on Roblox YouTube, on YouTube, and came at him and sued him for $1.6 million. So that was another thing that was just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to like find on this.
It seems like Roblox is just defending them rather than addressing it, because
Yeah,
if
because if you
they
don't address
were,
it, you're defending him.
well, yeah, because if unless they're addressing, if anything, that by them telling Ruben Sim to delete everything and try and scare him into deleting everything by saying we're going to throw a lawsuit at you, they're pretty much defending the accused. Um, and I'm pretty sure the accused was using Roblox to um like using Roblox chat to contact all of these people,
Oh yeah, they'd use Roblox chat
which is
and they'd get them on their
Roblox.
Discord.
Like they could
Right.
they could even go as far to say that all the games created on Roblox are not our responsibility, but it's through their messaging system.
Right. And I don't know that a lot of this happens on their messaging system, and I haven't seen one yet. But I know a lot of them happen through Discord. And Discord, I don't know that I necessarily blame Discord because it wasn't through them that they met. They didn't meet on their platform. Did it happen on their platform? Yes, but Discord has openly said we are an open like market and not to every like I don't know. They're taking a very neutral stance on it, which is okay. And I don't necessarily blame Discord because to take a stance on that means you would have to get an entire moderation team and pay them to do a shit ton of stuff like when it comes to going through people's personal life and that's their privacy. Like excuse me. I would not be okay with somebody from Discord moderation just going through all my stuff. Not because there's anything to hide in there. And I know actually how bad that sounds because it does sound like it's bad. But no, it's just because it's my information. It's my stuff. I should have the right to say
Well,
no.
there are personal details that you
Right.
probably share with your friends on there as well, and you really don't want people finding out about those. Like, if you're sharing an
Right.
account with your friend and you run an account with them, then you don't exactly want because what happens if a corrupt moderator finds that and they check it out and be like, turn this into something, take it, and then you try and accuse them, and they'll just deny it because they can get rid of any evidence that they actually that you like actually own the account, or probably just cover up them using the account anyway.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
It's a very like grey area on if they do Discord moderation, because there's so much that goes on there. And one of the biggest pull factors I would assume for Discord is that what you say is what the other person sees. Like
Right.
you like they can't really search your MP messages. I'm not even too sure if it's end-to-end encryption, but what you say to somebody else stays to somebody else, you know?
Right, and there's also like open to interpretation. So like maybe somebody, I know there's also that situation with like jokes. What is a joke? How far can you go with jokes? I think it really depends on the Discord server and yeah, it's situational, but like there's no, I don't know, I have a very zero tolerance for like sexual jokes. Um so it's not something that I'm like I'm okay with. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we kind of I feel like we got through everything we wanted to with this stream or
Yeah.
with this mini podcast episode. It was kind of a bonus one for you guys. Um just to kind of put us out there and for you guys to get as much content as you guys would like. I know we have another stream on Monday at 5, and that one will be me, Corey, and Josh, I think. Is
Yeah,
Josh
he
there for that
should
one?
be able to make it.
Okay. And so, yeah, I will 100% be there. Corey, you're 100% going to be there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Josh, more than likely. We might touch back on some Roblox stuff, but it won't be an entire episode. We kind of wanted a mini episode to do this because this one is
There's
this
not
one's not a
enough
fun topic.
there's not enough
Right.
to put into like 2 episodes, but there's enough here that we can make one out of it. Like give you guys a bonus episode, address real issues to do with video games and what sort of moderation they need to put in place.
Right.
Possibly like they literally need to review everybody that they've hired, like background checks perhaps, or pretty much just going through what their accounts with the company, because
Yeah.
if they go through that, then they could probably, oh, I'm just gonna say the Roblox would probably get rid of half their entire workforce,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you can
I
just
mean,
find working at Roblox, you could probably just find people anyway who are willing to,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think if any of them are criminals, Logan Paul has Twitter, so you can just contact him there.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
perfect example, not to hire criminals. Logan Paul got a bunch of money stolen from him and shit put on his name, even though it was his own fault for hiring criminals. So,
right. I don't directly like I do do and don't directly blame him for that situation because it's like yeah, we'll talk about
yeah,
the
that's a
Logan
thing
Paul.
for a different time. Maybe we'll do an entire podcast on that, maybe not. But we did address it in the
I
first one, but
Maybe we did address it in the first one. We might do a little segment in the Monday episode, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please follow. And we have Spotify now. It's under the same handle as it is here, and we also have a YouTube where we post all of the episodes. Um, Obviously on Spotify it is audio only. We are going to try to get an Apple Podcast account, but those ones are very, very difficult. You have to have a specific thing for them, and yeah. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching, and see you on Monday.